Hi, this is Shirley from Shirley's World. Hi, Bumblebee. I decided to come on today and just do 1 week's of sales, not because I have very many, but because I hadn't been on all week. Hi, Diane. But I have an excuse. Yeah, I haven't been on all week. I intended on doing the garden video, but that didn't happen because my daughter had to go to the emergency room with her blood pressure. Now she's, genetically, it's probably genetic from me and my mother. I think my sister has, I'm not sure she does or not. I have high blood pressure, so my daughter does now. Hers went really, really high. So many people, I told her, her friend told her friend who's a doctor told her to go to the ER. Everybody's telling her to go to the ER. It was that high. So she finally went. And they couldn't get it down. And they even tried the IV push to try to get it down. And that didn't work either. It came down very slowly, but not as fast as it's supposed to with that medication. So she got to spend overnight in the hospital. So she's now on high blood pressure medicine, which sort of makes her a little dizzy, a little off kilter. When you first take it, sometimes it does that for a while till your body gets used to it. But I told her she's taking it in the morning. I told her to work her way it back to where she's taking it at night. So if you get dizzy and you're sort of off kilter and you go to bed, it doesn't much matter. But with her job, she has to drive, and she's sort of afraid to do that when she sort of just doesn't feel quite right. So she has a photo shoot she's doing today. She does have to drive to get there. So hopefully that'll be fine. It is bringing her blood pressure down, thank goodness. And ever since this whole thing, I was on the phone with her the entire time. But I have a terrible headache. It's either a migraine or it feels like a sinus headache. When I get a migraine headache, I get the aura first. I get an aura of like squiggly lines. I didn't have that. So it's really pressure in my forehead and in my sinuses. And I just can't get rid of it. It goes away for a little bit and then it just comes back again. I've checked my blood pressure. It's fine. Yeah. So I think if she keeps her mind off of things, she's much better off. She'll have to have her mind off of herself when she does this photo shoot today. But yeah. So I haven't done much on eBay or as far as reselling all week. The only thing I've done is sort of ended some items and not relisted, sell similar. I haven't done that, and that's about the only thing. I did send out a few offers to likers, but other than that, so that's partially to blame for low sales, but I've had low sales when I've did you try Sudafed? I can't take Sudafed. It makes my blood pressure go up. Yeah, there's other decongestants. There's other things. They're just for sinus headaches. I don't happen to have them in the house, but I haven't tried Nasacort. The only thing that touches it is ibuprofen. Ibuprofen. A couple of those, and it doesn't take it away altogether. But you're right. I do need something that's for sinus headaches because this is getting old. So being on the computer doesn't help. So I'm going to tell you what I sold for this week. I sold 10. Well, I think I upped that. I think I sold 12 eBay items and 6, or maybe it is 10. I think it's 10. 10 eBay items and 6 Poshmarks items. That's all I sold all week. But, yeah. I still, believe it or not, because I haven't done anything with the few left from that those boxes I got. I've just a few left, maybe 10 things, 8 to 10 things to put on yet. I photographed them all. I just have to measure them and get them on. So I'll try to do that this week. Yes. I think my garden needs watering. I went out and things looking a little droopy. I haven't had to water much at all this summer because we've had such a wet summer, but we've had like almost a week without a good rain now. So I have to go out and water later on. I have a little bouquet here. Here's some of my zinnias and my rudbeckia. Everything's in full bloom out there. Except for my morning glories, and they are just a green vine. No flowers at all, which I'm so disappointed about. They're climbing all over my fence. They'd be so gorgeous if they just spit out some flowers. Yeah. So anyway, for supper tonight, I made a meatloaf yesterday, and I'm having that, and I'm having fresh green beans, fresh tomatoes from my garden, and mashed potatoes. Not my potatoes. Yeah, I bought them. So anyway, here, let's share my screen here. Okay, the first thing is by INC. That's all it said on it, is INC. They're black jeans, new with tags. They're women's size 6. They're stretchy, a boot cut, and they sold for $17.39, which was in my 40% off sale. I still have all those big sales running. So these went Glendale Heights. Oh, this went out of the this went out of the country, because that's the address you send it to for the international shipping. So I'm not sure where those are going to end up, but they are going out of the country. The second thing is this pretty little blouse. This is by J. Crew Factory. This sold for only $9.89. Now, this has little cap sleeves. It's a size 00, really small. Silky, sort of silky feeling. Just a slip-on. It doesn't button down. It has a notch V-neck, and it's just a slip-on little blouse. I've decided after watching some good sellers, most people don't get the J. Crew Factory. They'll sell J. Crew, but not the J. Crew Factory, because you just don't get as high a price for that. So I have to keep that in mind when I'm out shopping. Even though this is a really cute blouse, but I have had it for a long time. Next thing is a tie. Thank goodness. I have a lot of ties upstairs. They're all on sale. I think I put them all in the clearance section of my store. This is by Liberty. It's made in London, and with this little pattern. It's a really nice tie. It's only 3 inches wide, so slightly, it's not really slim, but slightly, some of the fat ties were 4 inches. This is 3 inches. So this sold for, I put it in here. This sold for I don't think I have the thing on this. Oh, there it is. Okay, $9.14. And it's going to Taunton, Massachusetts. Here's a pair of Wrangler Carpenter jeans. These are men's, size 36, medium wash. They have the pockets on the side and the little loop there for your hammer. These sold for $15.37, which was a sale price with 30% off of that one. And they're going to Kenly, North Carolina. This is by Mellow Day. It's a hooded tunic top, 1X, navy and white, sort of nautical. This was a cute top. It was a slip-on top, but it had a hood. Very nice top. It sold for a best offer of $15.37. No, wrong. I have my things all mixed up here. This sold for $14.15. That was a best offer also. Went to Chicago, Illinois. I think this is the mistake I made right here. This is supposed to be a Susan Graver 2-piece tank set. And somehow it didn't get put on there. But if I go to look, well, maybe I can. Let me try this and see if I screw this up or not. No, I think I can do it. Okay. Yeah. Okay, Susan Graver, 2-piece set. It's a tank and top that had cutouts and scallops around the buttons, little shell buttons. This I've had for a long time too. This sold for $16.33, which I think is an offer I sent out to watchers. And this went to West Jordan, Utah. We may come across that if it's out of line here, but I don't think so. This is a pair of Dockers. These are men's, size 36, straight leg, black, no cuff, just flat front on the pants. This sold for $10.89, which is in the 50% off sale, which is in my clearance section of my eBay store. So that's what those are for. I've had them a long time because they're on a white background there. Next thing is by Worthington. It's a floral blouse. This was pretty. Size extra large. Half button. Had elastic then around the waist and sort of a little peplum there. They sold for $14. No. This sold for, oh dear, out of line. Oh, I don't have a slip for this. So I think it sold for the $14.60. And I don't know where it went because I don't have the paper for it. Next thing is another striped shirt. J. Crew. This was a real J. Crew, I believe. And boxy striped top. And had a snap collar, 3/4 sleeves with these ties on the sleeves. And this sold for $14 and where are you here? $14.48. And I don't have the slip for that one either. Oh, yes, I do. That's this one. I'm sorry. I was on the phone with my daughter when I was trying to put these up in order. That's why these are all screwed up. This went to Miami Beach, Florida, by the way. Yeah, this had to go priority. It was kind of heavy. This next thing is I got these long time ago. I'm a little afraid of these because it's a soft soap. It's called Creamy Coconut. It smells really good. It's made with virgin coconut oil. But what has happened with these sitting so long in my, they're in these bins, which are plastic. The coconut oil has sort of gone through the paper a little bit. I'm sure the soap is fine, but it's a soft soap and it sort of feels oily when you touch the paper. Now, if I had seen that before, I would have pulled these off and not sold them, but somebody bought them. So I'm going to send them, but I don't know. The person that bought them only has one feedback. So I don't know how this is going to go or not. But they bought them for $8.34. I sent them in a little, I packaged them up really good and put them in a little envelope, bubble envelope, and sent them off. And I think they're going to Connecticut. Yeah, Connecticut. And yeah, I hope that they aren't upset with that. Okay, the next thing is this Chico's design. It's a Chico size 2, which is a large. It's a velvet tank top. It's just a pullover V-neck tank top, but it's black velvet. It's a really nice little basic piece. It's going to New York, New York. And it sold for $12.75, which was an offer they sent me, which I took. So that is all I sold on eBay. Now these are Poshmark. The first thing is by Jake Taylor. It's a sweatshirt, but it's also velvet. This is also black velvet. Sold for $20, and it went to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I got $16 from that, 20% off from a Poshmark price. This one is the other pair of Vineyard Vines pants. It's funny, I got these together, 2 pair. One was a sort of a darker beige, and this was more of a lighter, almost a gray beige, really light. I got them together. I remember buying them. They were the same size. They sold like a week apart, not to the same person either. I sold one and sent that. And I thought when this one sold, I thought for sure it was going to be the same guy, and he found out the one fit and he bought the other, but it isn't. It's not even from the same state. So these went to Coral Gables, Florida, sold for $25. They got a shipping discount, so I received $17.98. Here is something I have had for a long time. I just didn't list it for such a long time. I don't know why. I had to almost thumbtack this up on the wall where I take pictures, because of course it doesn't stay on a hanger, only has one shoulder. So this is like a t-shirt with a graphic of Jimi Hendrix, and the one sleeve is all sequins, as black sequins and white stars, white sequins on the stars. So I didn't know what to ask for. There was nothing on like this. So I just asked $29, and I sold it for $29 like a week after I put it on. Who knows? I might have been able to get a better price, but that's what I got, and I'm happy for it. So I received $23.20 for that, and it went to Chicago, Illinois. Not sure where I got that. This is a really nice men's sweater by Copen. It's a quarter or almost a half zip mock neck. It was heavy sweater, size large, in this heather gray with black detailing on it. Sold for $23. I received $18.40, and this went to Bend, Oregon. And the next thing is by Ralph Lauren jeans, women's jeans, size 8. These are in a dark wash, had flat pockets in the back. I don't know if I showed that or not. And yeah, there's the back, flat pocket. And yeah, they sold for $27. They went to Blacksburg, Virginia, and I received $21.60. And the last thing is another pair of jeans by Lane Bryant. This is the Genius Fit. It's a boot cut women's plus size of 24. Jewel pockets. It had jewel pockets and on the back, and sold for $22. With a shipping discount, I received $15.58 for those. And that is what I sold all week for 1 week on both platforms. So let me get back here. I didn't do the numbers. I didn't put that up at all. I just couldn't with this headache. And my daughter was on the phone. She was talking to me the whole time. She was getting ready to do her photo shoot, to go over to do her photo shoot. So, yeah. So I was hoping my grandkids and that would come out this weekend, but my son's golfing, of course, such a beautiful day. And my daughter-in-law was at the grocery store when I talked to her. So it's probably better since I have this darn headache. Yeah. Hi, Haberdashery's here. Yeah, haven't seen you in a bit. Yeah, I'm hoping that I can do these weekly again if I start to do a little bit more of listing, because it's not fourth quarter yet, but it's a month now till fourth quarter. And I think I will maybe go to my Goodwill a little bit and just shop. I've decided, just pretend you're shopping for Poshmark. And I always tend to think to put better things on Poshmark. Now, I've put almost all my inventory on a Poshmark now, but I'm sort of sorry I put some of it on. And because I think I have way too much stuff on Poshmark yet. Bumblebee, I don't know what you think. 7 in the chat. Wow. I just was listening I only listened to the first little part of it. It's an older guy, and was explaining how his first payments from YouTube are going. And he just started getting paid, and it's because of one viral video he did. So I want to go on and hear about that. He's actually a photographer, but I don't know what his channel's about. I haven't even got that far yet. But yeah. So at the moment, I'm watching this morning, and last night I watched a movie. All the movies I'm watching lately have been on YouTube. So yesterday and this morning, I was finishing up watching The Wilderness Family. It's not very realistic, but it's a nice family movie, and it's fun to watch. It says lots of animals in it, and yeah. And I finished that, and now I'm watching Shadowlands, which is a story of C.S. Lewis, one that wrote the Narnia series. And it has Anthony Hopkins plays him. So I like Anthony Hopkins. So I just started watching that. So I'm going to go eat my dinner that I've made. And maybe that'll help my headache. I don't know. I hope something does, because this is darn irritating, let me tell you. I'll have to look up that medication, Nazicort. Yeah, I know I can't take Sudafed, but there has to be some other sinus headache medicines I can take. Thank you, Randy. So I'll close for now. I will really try to do a video in the middle of the week if I can. And yeah. See you in the next one. Thank you all for coming. Bye.